Good morning, everybody. It's Steph from the Not Basic Homestead. I'm still kind of waking up a little bit this morning. Working on my second cup of coffee. I haven't even gotten really ready for the day yet, but I thought I'd come out into my garden this morning. I got some chicken stock started on the stove. I've got, what did I put in there? I put in that bag of veggies that we prepped together. 2 chicken carcasses. One is a rotisserie chicken and one is from a beer can chicken that I made on the 4th of July. I saved that. And then I threw in some rosemary and thyme and parsley from the gardens, a handful of peppercorns, half of a huge lemon, and some salt, and about five smashed garlic cloves roughly in there. I'm letting it come up to a boil. It's a big pot, so it's going to take a minute, and then let it simmer for probably about 6 to 8 hours, depends. And then we will process that later. I'll show you how I'm going to can that up. But I just thought you might want to come out with me while I look around at my garden. I've got my apron on to see if there's anything I need to harvest, anything I need to clip up. And so morning time's when you want to do that. So let's get looking. Okay. Oh, hey, my 4th of July plant. Look, I got some tomatoes ready. They're little, but hey, you know what? We take what we can get, right? I'll probably eat these because I've been waiting. I have been waiting for some tomatoes. So we'll get you're ready. The other ones, they're not quite ready. I'll let them go. They're doing okay. Let's see. Bell pepper plant, nothing. Let's check my zucchini now. It's morning time, so I gotta be careful because the bees like to come around. Ooh, this guy's ready. Let's get this guy going. Oh, gross. I don't want the throw you into compost. I have a can of beer in here that is to attract the slugs. Hopefully they'll stay off my plants and go into there. Let's see. That one we'll let go. Let a few days. Oh, you're falling over underneath here. Okay, let's get you. Still nothing on my yellow squash yet, but oh, that little guy. You didn't get pollinated. That's all right though. Work on it. I know I got my pollinators out here. There's a few. All right, let's see. Oh, that's a big zucchini. This thing. Okay. Ooh. This one's ready to come out. Oh. I swear these things triple overnight. That one's huge. It's probably gonna fill up my bag here. Okay. My carrots still are not ready. Last night Sammy found a baby toad. I told her, throw it in my garden. So I hope this little guy has made a home in my carrots and he'll eat all of the bugs. Let's see. I don't think my jalapenos are just quite, I don't know. They're little guys. I'll kind of wait a day. Oh, my mystery tomatoes are starting to blush up. So let's see. I don't think I need to stand any of these guys up. Do I got more banana peppers ready? Yes, I do. We need to can some banana peppers. I want to try to do my own pickled banana peppers because we like using those instead of the pepperoncinis for that Mississippi pot roast. And plus I like putting them on sandwiches every once in a while. So I think after today's harvest, that one's kind of cool. All right, I think after today's harvest, we will have enough to can. I found a recipe on the national canning site, whatever you call it. Let's see, this guy, I'm gonna let you go a little bit longer. Still no green beans, but I got plants. Catnip, ooh, I think I might have to trim that one down again. Gave the catnip to the neighbor's cat and the cat loves it. My Amish paste, they're not churning, but this one's wanting to What is that all about? Still no flowers. You're still propped up. Let's look at my cucumbers. Oh, got some starting. Let's see. Some yucky leaves. Get rid of those. Oof. Darn flies. You gotta be around here, pollinate flies. Okay, so I got another little guy coming, but do you guys see anything that I'm missing? Okay. This is what my green beans have been doing. They've been getting flowers, and then nothing like this one. Oh wait, look at this, guys. My first green bean growing, finally. Oh, they're not doing what I've been wanting them to do, but hopefully it comes around. Okay, so let's go over here. Well, now I'll just step this way anyways. Let's see my onions. Onions are looking good. My thyme, I've got to trim that down. Oh, you know, I like having the bird feeders over here, but all the darn weeds that come along with it. Pull some of those out. My little impatiens are doing well. My dollar ones. Oh, that onion is ready to go. So we'll pull him. When they fall over, that's when they're ready. Oh, that's a good green bell pepper. These are the ones that I grew from seed, which is pretty exciting. And he's kind of, well, he's got himself stuck. Ooh. All right, let's get him out. Wow, I'm getting a nice little harvest this morning. Bird poop everywhere, but let's go. Here's another bell pepper ready to go. You're ready. Oh, pigeons flying over me. Let's see. Well, the sprinklers went off this morning, so I don't know if that's why everything's falling over, but these guys are ready. Tiny little onions, but hey, we'll take what we can get, right? It's my first year growing. We'll learn. Oh, that's a bell pepper ready. Break off, you. There you go. I might have to have some stuffed peppers in the future. I'm hoping to grow enough. Let's see. I'm gonna let these jalapenos be for another day or two, see how much they grow. Harvested all my dill. Just coming around again, make sure everything is looking. This is a geranium that I got from Walmart's on the dollar. It was almost dead. Look, it's already flowered. I'm gonna start putting geraniums around. They stun the Japanese beetles, and the Japanese beetles absolutely hate them. So yes, that is going to be my new weapon. Now let's come over here to my bag's getting full. Cherry tomato plant. Whoop. There's one. I love cherry tomatoes. You probably could wait a little longer. That's okay. So, I don't know, these. Oh, there's one back there. I need to go this way or around the other. I guess I'll go around the other side. There's thousands of them on here. Oh, gosh. Just don't want to break anything. Or was that just the fence? Oh, there you are. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at these two beauties. Look at that. Yummy. That'll probably be my breakfast today. Oh, darn it. A couple tomatoes fell off. So it's hard to do with one hand. Okay, get you. Look at that beauty too. The other day I came out here and it was mid-afternoon. I was checking out my garden. I saw some ripe ones. I just ate them right off the vine. It was amazing. I just absolutely love this. Okay, you're ready. Oh, okay. Well, I'd say this is a pretty good harvest this morning. Here's Bo. He wants to always try to get in here. So just a little bit of my garden this morning. It's coming along. So I'm pretty proud. I'm pretty happy. I got some cilantro that's going to seed, and I've been saving all the coriander seeds. Oh, look at my parsley. My parsley's happy. I actually think some cilantro and parsley got mixed around in here or whatever. I'm gonna have to, yeah, I'll give it another day before I harvest any of my parsley. So I'm good on parsley right this second. So, all right, and then we'll come back and we will be canning up some chicken stock later. I just wanted to show you that my stock has finally come up to a boil. This pot is so big, it took an hour for this thing. So I have stirred it, and so now I'm just gonna put the lid back on. I have turned it on down to low, and it'll start simmering here soon. But oh, my house smells amazing right now, guys. I can't even tell you. I don't know, this pot, I like it, but this little metal part in the middle, I learned the hard way, guys. It's hot. But look at that. Oh, look at all that beautiful yumminess. Oh, this is gonna be a good stock. All right, guys. So now the time has come. I went ahead and I strained out most of the big stuff out of my chicken stock. I've got my clean jars. I've got them in my pressure canner right now filled with a little bit of water, trying to, because this is hot, I need my jars to be hot. So, and plus getting the the pressure canner warmed up a little bit, it'll help it go to temp faster. So what I'm gonna do is just one jar at a time. I've got my funnel. I've already taste tested this stock and it's going to be amazing. I did decide to do quart jars this time because I have 1 quart jar of stock, and this one I'm saving for meals this week. I'm not gonna can this one up, but you know, like these are nice for soups and stuff. So where it calls for more than just 2 cups. Otherwise, I usually do pints when I'm canning. So I'm gonna get my stuff together here. I think, you know what? Just to save me from running over to the sink every 5 seconds and hurting myself, because I can't add any more water into this, because this pressure canner, it calls for 3 quarts of water. I can't go over, I can't go under. And it will only do 7 quarts at a time is what it'll do. So I'm gonna just grab this towel out because I do not want hot water dripping on me, because hot water burns. So we're gonna go ahead and get a jar started. I'm gonna start with this one. He keeps wanting to fall over. So, and then this way I can just, hey, you know what? That's working out good. But I'm gonna continue to use this because it's hot. And then I've got my 4 jars funnel with an extra strainer. It comes with a strainer as well. So, because there is still some small spices in here, like my thyme, you know, the thyme falls apart, and the little peppercorns and things like that are going on. One thing is, when you are pressure canning, you got to pressure can. Like, you've got to put all your sole focus onto that, because you have to watch the gauge, or you know, your little jiggler. I've started using the jiggler. I like that one better than staring at the pressure gauge, because that pressure gauge, I've noticed that I end up having to, I lose a lot of, oh, you know what I just realized? I forgot to take out my lids out of the sink in the hot soapy water. So I'm actually going to pause you for a second, and I'm going to do that. Pop. Okay, got that situation handled. So yeah, I'm using some ball lids today just because they came on the jars, and I'm just gonna use them up. So hopefully, well, this stock will get used up pretty quickly. So I believe I want to go to, whoo, that's a little full. I'm gonna go back to I'm just doing it out of the the Presto canning book today. I find that a little bit easier. 1-inch headspace. So And that I have more than 1 inch. Let me get a spoon out. I just get a little excited on that last little bit, right? So I don't think that's 1 inch. I think that's more than 1 inch. So where's my, dry this off. I just washed this, so 1 inch headspace. Oh, a couple more tablespoons out. Ooh, that's a warm jar. You don't want to go over or under, because with broths, you will run into siphoning. I have had even my 4 jars lids with the broth happen to siphon through. So, gosh darn it, I just have it's like a little tiny bit that I need. There we go. All right. Okay, so I don't know if you can tell, but like if you look inside of there, that's from just the spices and everything in there. And no, I don't let my chicken stock cool down to get all the fat off. My opinion, the fat kind of adds a little bit more flavor, and it won't hurt nothing in your canning process either. So right now I'm just wiping this jar off with some vinegar, and I kind of also make sure, now fingertip tight, you don't want to crank it, you want it fingertip tight because it's got to get room to go over. So this beauty is ready to go. So I'm just going to pop her right back into the canner so she stays nice and warm. I'm going to pull this other jar out. Dump that. So hot. All right, so get my funnel back. That's hot. Oh my gosh, you guys, I love this new stock pot. I bought it because my other one, you know, I just feel it just didn't make me enough. So, and I got away with, you know, just like using 1 chicken carcass really. So, but I wanted a bigger one because if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it. You know, I want to make big, huge batches at one time. So I'm kind of curious to, oops, okay, now I'm getting to the end, so I got to slow down. This funnel is really nice because it's got the measurements right there for you, so you don't have to always take out the thing, and I'm just slowly watching, and that's perfect. So take the funnel off. Let's wipe the lid down, and I did inspect, and like I said, these were brand new, out of a pack, brand new. Oops, I want to put you back in the vinegar. Just going to put a lid on. And again, fingertip tight. We don't want to go any tighter than that. So, all right. I am getting pretty excited. So, with my harvest of my banana peppers, I did find that I do have enough to where I can get a couple of jars out, or maybe 2. I don't know, but 2's better than none. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put them in the 1/2 pint jars. I'm not gonna water bath them into the pint jars, which it'll still go for the same time as it would a pint jar water bath canning. I found that recipe. I'm still not sure because it calls for apple cider vinegar, and I don't know if I'm gonna like that flavor or not. And some people have said that it's more mellow, but I kind of want that little pickled bite, you know what I mean? That's kind of the whole point of those peppers. So I think what I'm gonna do is I am gonna just use regular vinegar instead of doing the cider vinegar that it calls for. And I know I don't have 2 to 3 pounds of the banana peppers, but I don't want to cut them up and freeze them and try to, you know, can them later. I want to keep them as crispy as I can, because you know, when you do can, it's going to end up making them softer, and I don't want them too soft or whatever, even though I know they're going to get soft, but I don't want them mushy. So I'm just going to be prepared and can them as I go along. All right, good. We got 3 jars done. So here's jar number 4. I'm gonna kind of dump this out just a little bit. See what I can get. Cause that's getting, ooh, that pot's hot. My shoulder just touched that one. Nice. I don't know if it's gonna burn or not. Sting's already gone, so I think I'll be okay. So, but I got distracted and lost my train of thought. Bigger than life. Oh, my zucchini. I just realized that I forgot to seal those bags up. So they've been flash freezing for what, 2 days now? That's okay. That's not gonna hurt nothing. So I guess while I am waiting, while the canning's going, I might just vacuum seal those up, get that out of the way. I did go and buy some more fruits and vegetable fruits today. Actually, I don't need any veggie. Well, I bought some green onions. All my spring onions from the garden are gone. I tried doing the whole in the water thing, in the window seal. That for me, it doesn't work out because I have an east facing window and they just got nasty. So I will not be doing that. I did better when I just left them on the counter. I might even just throw them in the fridge and test that theory out to make them last a little bit longer. But I do have some new seeds planted. I did plant some in my front planter. Some pansies of mine died, so I just threw them in there. I do have some that I do plan on throwing in the garden, but spring onions, that's the thing. Like, they want to grow when it's cold. They don't like this hot weather, and the weather we've been having, I mean, it's just the, oh gosh, that's hot. The humidity and everything else is not, the heat and all that has not been fun. You got to get all your stuff done early in the morning, that is for sure. So, and you know, our little Bobo decided that mom needed to get up early today. You know, they say dogs can't really fully understand humans. When I said, gosh, I need to get up early and do all this stuff, he listened and he made sure that I got up. But that's okay. I got a lot of stuff accomplished. Not everything. I wanted to get my car cleaned out, but when I got home, the stock was ready. I was looking and I was like, holy cow, we kind of wasted a whole entire day. But that's all right. You know, we don't get those girls' days very often. We went out to lunch and just kind of had just a nice little day, and you know, shopping for clothes. That's always fun to do with the girls, right? So Sammy and I had a really good time doing that today. She is still in her room cleaning and reorganizing and deciding like what she doesn't want to keep anymore and what she wants to get rid of. And I'm hoping here by the end of August, just do a little tiny yard sale, nothing special. And again, like I said, whatever doesn't get sold, I'll just donate to the church mission. Okay, we're almost done here, guys. You know, if with my water bath canner, I normally just dump the water back into the canner. But with this, I can't do that. So, okay, this is getting gunked up again. Just dump that. Okay. I know this is the kind of tedious part, but this is also a very important part. This is where you gotta watch. You can't just throw whatever in and do whatever you want. So, and I'm loving this strainer, because before I have a big over the sink mesh strainer, and I would have to grab my pot, dump it all into a big bowl and strain it that way. And you know, that's messy, more dishes, and it just, the pot gets hot, and I've burned myself a few times. So I'm really grateful for this strainer. Okay. I gotta focus. There we go. All right, awesome. Oh man, this, and my house has just been smelling like winter, I guess. Winter, you could say, just because of the chicken broth. You know, it smelled like a big old, like I was cooking a big old chicken in the oven or something. Boy, I had a decision. They had at Walmart's today, you know, I always check the meat section over there because sometimes you can find some stuff on clearance. And today they have, so I don't know if they'll still be there by the time this video gets out or anybody watches it, but at least at the Walmart's here in our town, well, one of them, they had turkey pieces for, it was a big package. It looked like a couple pounds for $4 on sale. I was eyeing it and I thought, ooh, but you know what? I'm not a big fan of turkey stock. I've made turkey stock before and I'm just not a fan of it. I prefer the chicken stock. So, and my family prefers the chicken stock as well. We're picky on that. Boy, this is still pretty full. I'm on my last quart here. I'm pressure canning. I was very intimidated by it for years. I bought this pressure canner probably in 2014 on sale for 50 bucks, brand new. And I finally just pulled it out this January and said, you know what, I'm gonna do this. And I've been doing it and I am very appreciative and glad that I have been doing it. So this is the last quart jar that's gonna fit in. Again, like I said, I can only do 7 at a time. I will throw this pot back on the stove though. It won't fit very well with my pressure canner, but that's okay. All right, so now is the time where I want to make sure I've got my canner where I want it, where I want the steam coming out, where I want the handles, where I want everything that I can see. So I think I've got it backwards. I'm gonna have to flip this part around because I need that arrow. So there's an arrow on this handle. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it right here, but there's an arrow right here and they've got to match together to lock. I did check the outer seal already. I'm going to double check the little hole here and yes, I've got light. So, and that's the little vent right here. And then I make sure that the little pop thing, the safe security is there. And I make sure that the spitter thing is what I like to call it. I make sure that that is in working order. So the reason why it's important, oh gosh, and you don't want to, I got this glass top stove, I don't want to scratch anything. So you don't want to move your jar, move your pressure canner after you got it rolling. You just got to leave it be. So now I'm going to get my arrows are lined up. This won't lock if it does that. And then you just twist and you can feel the pressure, like it's pressure that you're doing. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm just gonna bump the heat up just a little bit to about medium. I want this to slowly come up. So what I'm going to do is, I'm gonna wait for steam, like a full steady stream of steam. That's a lot of words to mix in together. But I want to wait for that, and then you have to let that go for 10 minutes. And then after the 10 minutes, I will put my 10-pound jiggler. We do 11 pounds of pressure here in this part of Nebraska where we're at. So always check, your pressure guidance. So, but I will wait to put that on. So we will come back when the steam is going, so I can show you. Okay guys, this has been going for a little while. It's venting now, the way to tell, because I can't really see the, I can hear it, so I can tell, but I'm holding this this lid up to it, and see all that steam that's coming? So that means it's ready. So what I'm going to do is set my timer now for 10 minutes. And after the 10 minutes is up, all I got to do is just bloop, plop that on, and then listen for the jiggles, watch it, and then we will come back. Okay, I just wanted to show you guys that I got her calmed down quite a bit. This is about where I want her. For my stove, I've got to go down pretty low on the high setting. So, but now I set the timer for 25 minutes just because it is the quart jars. They goes for 25 minute. When the timer goes off, I will shut my canner completely. I'll shut the off, and then I'm going to walk away and leave it alone. I'm going to be up late tonight finishing up all my batches. So, anyways, but I will, yeah, so now I just got to sit and listen for the sound, and I can just keep an eye on this jiggler. Okay, it is late, and my second batch is finally done. So I let it cool off. I took the little thing off, and I let it go for about 10 minutes, and then I let this go. I opened the lid and I let it go for 10 minutes. It is a little cooler in the house. It started raining. Beautiful, wonderful evening thunderstorm. It was really nice watching that one roll in too. So, but since it's cooler, I gave it extra time to cool down. So now I'm just gonna take my lid off here, set it down, and no siphoning. I didn't have any siphoning at all these last few times. So now I'm just gonna take these out. Oh my goodness, look at this.
People over here, don't grab it by the lid. But when you're canning and it's perfectly sealed, you can.
I don't know if you heard it, but that was a pop.
So, I heard. Oh.
Yeah, now they're coming out. They're gonna start popping. That's my favorite sound, is hearing those lids pop. Now, I don't know if you can really see it, but with broths, they can be boiling for quite a while. Oh, that one's really, really going. And I don't know how I managed it, but I really think using the jiggler instead of the other weighted gauge, I do a lot better. Because I've had no siphoning at all on this batch. So let's see. Sometimes they're really, really rolling. Oh, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see those.
There are little speckles and they're like moving.
See how it's still boiling? Yeah. Oh my goodness.
2 are boiling out of the thingy.
This one's really going crazy. This one's really going crazy. I don't know. Can you see it? I don't know if it's showing up on the camera. It's showing up for me.
Bad quality.
No, good.
Good and bad quality.
Okay. So I ended up getting 14 quarts that I canned, 2 quarts and half of a pint that that I saved out, that was left after everything, that I'm going to save and use that for meals to cook with this this week. So I think I'm gonna make some soups. I am out of my go-to freezer meals for lunches for work. Oh,
did you just
hear that? That is.
Wait, what was that? And I was like, oh yeah, her jars.
That is one of the best popping sounds. So anyways, I just followed the canning recipe out of my Presto pressure canner. I have a 16 quart. I don't know, maybe someday I'll eventually
get a new one or something.
Go up to the double stack, but this works just fine for me. This is a time consuming project that I've done. But the thing is that I did a lot of prepping for it earlier. Yeah, those are hot. Don't touch them. anyways, you know, we did the veggie prep together where I peeled all my carrots and got my celery ready, put them in that gallon bag, threw it in the freezer. It was ready to go. I had 2 chicken carcasses that I used, my own fresh herbs from my garden, like you can't beat that, and just some water and some salt and pepper and a lemon. Now, I got to choose what went into my stock. So that was actually really, really nice because when you go to the store, you don't have a choice of what goes in there. I could have done less, I could have added more, but what I've done, because I've made this several times, this is what works for us and this is what is the best. But for pennies on the dollar, I have 14 quarts that are gonna go on my shelf. So I know Ball has a canning recipe for the chicken stock as well. So that is it. I'm really tired. It's really late at night. Now I'm really losing my words. I'm ready for bed. It was an early morning and a late night. It's after 11. So, but I started late and that's okay though. I did end up getting all of my vegetables and my blueberries and grapes washed. I did go ahead. That's okay. I did go ahead and I chopped up all my bell peppers. I prepped some for dinner tomorrow, and then I went ahead and I got 2 cups for the freezer so far. So that's nice. I went ahead and chopped up all the onions that because I've collected a few onions the other day. They're little ones, but that's all right. I got a 1.5 cups out of those. So I got those chopped and I put those in the freezer. Zucchini and stuff, I will process that tomorrow. And I got 1.5 pounds of banana peppers. So we will be canning up some pickled banana peppers. I will have to cut down the recipe, but that's all right. So, otherwise, I want to say thank you. I'm so ready to go wash my face and get my jammies.
Also, a tip while cooking: if you ever get burnt, rinse it off. Rinse the burn with super cold water.
Yep, don't ever put ice on it. Always cold water. So, but anyways, yeah, I'm ready to go to bed. I'm ready to have an adult drink, wash my face, get my jammies on, and call it a night. I want to thank you guys for watching and
supporting her.
And I just want to say God bless and live your life to the fullest. I did forget to add that I am going to let these completely cool overnight. Do not touch any of the lids. There's Sammy getting some ice cream. There's no school. Who cares? We're sleeping in tomorrow. Oh, there's Hubba. Hubba's still alive. But yeah, I'm going to let these completely cool. And tomorrow I will wash these and I will check all the seals.